Hey everybody, welcome to the Book Bar. It's Tuesday night. That means you are here at the galaxy's most mediocre live Star Wars trivia show. I'm Justin. With me as always is my brother Tyler. Tyler, what's going on tonight?
What's going on is we have live Star Wars trivia as we do every Tuesday night, and we are so happy you are all here with us. Yes, it's the most mediocre live trivia show in the galaxy, but still, you love it anyway, you know? So we're glad you're all here.
I think so. And so what's on tap, Tyler? That's what we always start with. Obviously, we are doing Return of the Jedi tonight.
Indeed we are.
You have prepared very easy questions, I assume, for me. I am guessing. Very excited about that. But what's on tap always has a double meaning because we always share what we're drinking with people. What are you drinking, Tyler?
Well, today, Justin, I have
what a reveal!
Job. Thank you. Tons of cool effects we're going to have on this podcast.
Wow.
You'll just wait. So I've got a vanilla Java porter today, Just. So this is a beer that is brewed with real coffee beans, which is great because, you know, I love coffee and I love beer. And so why not mix the two together? And what's nice is because this has coffee in it, I've replaced my morning coffee with these. I just drink, not too many, but, you know, just 6 or 7 of these every morning before work. And I got to be honest with you, I feel like I'm doing my best work lately. Now, I haven't been, but it's how I've been feeling because I've been drunk.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And so it's been going great. So yeah, if you get a chance, check out these vanilla Java porters. They're delicious.
That's very interesting because coffee makes me very shaky, and yet beer actually really calms my shaking. So I also like to have a few before I work and before I drive because I am very self-conscious about my driving. So yeah, that looks like a good one. I am drinking I went to my local liquor beer store, whatever you want to call it. And I picked up something brand new. You know, I was like, let's just grab something brand new we've never seen before. And I picked up a Saugatuck Brewing from right here in Michigan, the Ghost of Neapolitan, a white stout.
Okay.
Yes, it is a white stout, and it is very, very scrumptious, very delicious. It has that Neapolitan flavor. Yeah, it's very good. And I've got a couple of fun ones on deck. I've had this one before. The blueberry lemonade shandy is on deck, right? And my neighbor who came over this weekend, I'm going to drink more than 2 beers. My neighbor who came over this weekend, he left this one. I'm not sure if he watches the stream, so he's going to be like, that son of a is drinking my beer.
Right.
But he left a Haymarket Beer Company Relief Peacher. See what they did there?
That's great.
Puns.
Yeah. That is a pun. That's great. The
lowest form of comedy. But so I've got a bunch of great beers on deck, and I'm very excited. Maybe even more excited about my beers than about Star Wars trivia tonight. I don't know.
That's great, man. That is really great. And he also left his wallet there. You'll be using that as well. We'll be charging many things to him. So thanks so much to Justin's neighbor for sponsoring this particular stream. We really appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. You know who you are. I won't call you out by name just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, we got a couple people in the chat. What's going on?
Jumping on. What's going on, everybody? Now let's move right along into our next segment. Frederick's Fact Check. Now, for those of you who may not know, Tyler and I take this very seriously. So we hired one of the best fact checkers in the biz because we want to know if anything that we are saying is false or misleading. So Frederick goes over our previous week's streams, sends his report to Tyler, and then Tyler reports on any inaccuracies or anything like that from our previous stream. Tyler, what did Frederick have to say about last week?
So first off, Frederick says here, McDonald's did not see their revenue double after we mentioned their Chicken McNuggets on stream. So it turns out we don't really have the ability to move markets like we thought. I could have sworn that if we mentioned it on stream, they were going to see a huge bump in their revenue. Maybe they think about sponsoring the show or something like that. I want to say it was probably like, maybe they saw a third or something, of their revenue increase, but it didn't just double like we expected. Yeah,
fair enough.
That's unfortunate. Next up, Frederick says here, Whole Foods does not carry Bantha jerky. So,
what?
Yeah, who knew?
Since when? Is that a recent change?
I don't know. He just says they don't carry it. I'm sure they have plenty of other similar tasting foods, but they don't have Bantha jerky specifically. We said that, and we want to apologize. Frederick fact-checked us there. They don't actually carry it, turns out.
Well, apologies to Whole Foods if that's a recent development.
Yeah. And really, if anyone from Whole Foods is watching, why not carry it? I think it would be great for business. You could promote it all over the place.
Yeah, of
Band
course.
Jerky is a sponsor of this particular program. So why not start carrying it, Whole Foods? And all you other food retailers, just go for it. And then finally, Frederick says here, Arnold Schwarzenegger's role as Mr. Freeze in the 1997 film Batman and Robin was not, quote, his best role, nor was it, as you both said, a performance on par with the one given by Daniel Day-Lewis in There Will Be Blood, which was an Oscar-winning performance. I was just about to give Frederick some grief here, but he says, and before you try to say that this is subjective, let me remind you.
I was going to say that, yes.
Yeah, okay. That Arnold spoke almost exclusively in ice-related puns, which, in a wonderful bit of serendipity you just mentioned, is the lowest form of comedy. And Frederick actually has a few of Arnold's lines from the movie listed right here.
Okay, I'm ready.
A couple of zingers. The Iceman cometh. Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming. All right, everyone, chill.
No, you didn't say that.
Stay cool, bird boy.
Stay cool, bird boy.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. And you gotta picture this with Arnold Schwarzenegger, fully suited up, saying these lines. Oh, this one is great. Always winterize your pipes. That's a great.
That's right? Not real. That was not real.
These are actual quotes from the movie, and this is just a few of them.
The last one's a real line.
Yeah, that's real. And like he does it because Frederick has he's got it listed like what scene they're from. So apparently he starts freezing a bunch of pipes after he says that. And then the last one, let's kick some ice. So wow, these are real puns from that movie. And then Frederick goes on to say here, with a Rotten Tomatoes score of just 12% for critics and 16% for the audience, it's fair to say that Arnold Schwarzenegger's role as Mr. Freeze left people feeling cold.
Oh, I knew that was coming.
Another Frederick fact check.
Oh, well done, Frederick. Well done. All right. So, now I feel good. I feel good like we've made amends for last week. And that's great. So tomorrow night, for those of you that want to join us, we will be live tomorrow night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, 9-ish, probably at 9 o'clock. We might occasionally run late on Wednesdays. That depends on some scheduling conflicts for me, but typically it'll be right around 9 o'clock. We are going to talk, Tyler, about one of the most controversial Star Wars news stories I personally have ever heard.
Earth-shattering news.
Earth-shattering news that a Lego toy came out, and it was not called the Slave One. It was called Boba Fett's Starship. Shocking, and we need to really dive into this.
We're going to have a full, detailed analysis of this tomorrow. We will discuss it, the Star Wars community's response to this just groundbreaking news. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty tomorrow. Don't you worry. We will roll up our sleeves and really get into that story. So hopefully you join us there. And of course, we'll do some other things as well. We got some Star Wars quizzes lined up. I think we might do some meme reactions, which could be a lot of fun. So, tune in, see what we're going to do. We don't even know.
We never know what's going to happen.
We have no idea what's going to happen.
Oh, but we drink beer. At least I do, and Tyler sometimes does. And we have a great time.
I didn't. Yeah, you're going to hold that against me for so long. In the one stream, I was sick. I was sick. I was on my deathbed, and I was still there drinking a beer. So it's not like I just decided I didn't want to drink a beer. You know me. I would never do such a thing. I literally just forgot I ran out just before stream. It didn't have time to get. You
forgot you didn't have any beer. Okay. So your defense was, if I'm understanding you correctly, is I have drank before, and therefore it's okay that I didn't drink this time? Is that your defense?
So my defense is that I would have had enough and was planning on having enough had we not, after we got done finished with our Tuesday night stream, kept drinking and talking for like another few hours. And I drank the rest of my beer and didn't realize it. Didn't even think about it until just before stream the next day.
Interesting. That's I think I went to the store and bought more. So
we will send this to the jury to decide who is at fault. But I have to imagine it's Justin. So
this is going to Judge Judy.
It was my bad, guys. Won't happen again. Okay, I apologize.
All right. Well, with that, I think it's trivia time. We're going to jump right in. Star Wars Episode 6. Return of the Jedi. Tyler, for the last time, fun fact for you. Okay. I don't know if you knew this. I don't know if you heard about this. despite being titled Episode 6,
Mm-hmm.
Return of the Jedi was actually the third Star Wars movie released in theaters. Have you ever heard that before?
I don't think there's any evidence to support that. Well, let the chat. Is he? I don't know. I think he's making.
I have Justin, some pretty strong sources.
It's called Episode 6, Justin.
Yes.
So I don't think that makes any sense. There wouldn't be the third movie released if it's called Episode 6. Justin's being crazy. How many of those beers have you had already tonight,
George
buddy?
Lucas is a master. Okay. I have very, very reliable sources. So it's true. And to all of you on the internet that don't understand sarcasm, that's for you. All right, here we go.
Here it is.
Moving right along. Now, before we get into this, let's tell everyone, Tyler, a little bit about Book Bar Trivia, how it works, how the point system works, and that, of course, is your job.
Book Bar Trivia consists of 4 rounds. The first round is the Youngling level. This level consists of 5 questions with 2 points apiece. These are questions where a Star Wars fan that watched the movie recently should have a very good shot at getting these questions correct. This is our warm-up round. The second round is the Padawan level. These are 5 questions in this round with 3 points apiece. These questions are much more difficult, require attention to detail, as any information that can be gleaned from the movie itself can be used as a question. This means even something said only once or in a passing breath is absolutely fair game. This is a very tough round. The third round is the Jedi Knight level. There are 5 questions worth 6 points apiece in this round. These questions are not for the faint of heart, as anything considered canon for the movie is fair game. This means supplemental reading is absolutely required for success in this round. The fourth and final round is the Jedi Master level. 11 points are up for grabs in this round, which will consist of multi-part questions to see how deep your Star Wars knowledge goes. Only the most diehard of fans will have a chance in this round. And if Justin gets every question correct at every level, he will score a perfect 66. And then I will have to perform a humiliation of his choosing. Don't worry, I think I'm safe. And that is Book Bar Trivia. And don't forget, as always, we encourage the chat to participate. They can give right answers, wrong answers, misleading answers, funny answers, absurd answers, and we can always go to the chat for help. We just have to sift through all of the nonsense to do it. And with that, Justin, it's time.
I think it is time. And since I am the guessor tonight, please put in the most legitimate answers you can. Google away, get those answers as fast as possible in the chat. Because I really need a perfect round here, and I really have to put Tyler through some ridiculous embarrassment. But really, I'm just hoping to score more than 33 points. If I can get halfway there, I'll feel pretty good about tonight.
Yeah, 33. That'd be good. That'd be a good, strong round for you. All right, buddy. And with that, are you ready? Should we dive in?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go, chat.
Question number 1 in the Youngling level. This character once said they're not very good at telling stories, and yet we see them captivate an audience of Ewoks with their passionate storytelling, and they even add some sound effects.
Okay. Okay.
You're going to stumble on the first question? Oh, man, wouldn't that be sweet? Wouldn't that be just a sweet victory? No chance of a humiliation there. Stumbling right out of the gates.
Yeah, I assume you're talking about the it's the there in the first part of the sentence that messed me up. Is it supposed to be THEIR, meaning you're referring to the character? It says this character once said that they are not good. So I thought you were you're saying this character said someone else is not good, but that's not what you meant, right? No,
that should have been a THEIR, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Yep, my bad.
Okay.
Yep.
I assume you're talking about
once said that they're not very
that
good.
Character is not good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Then I'm fine, because I was like, wait, did they say about someone else? Anyways, yes, no problem. No problem there.
What? Yeah. Wait. Or is it? They isn't, because wouldn't that be they're not very good at telling stories?
Well, no, is more of a possessive. They are would be like, they are going to the store, referring to
like
someone
they
else.
Are. Okay. Yeah.
There is possessive.
Just a mistake.
So if you say like it's their house, right? You would say THEIR.
Well, of course, right.
And so now also everyone has learned something. Everyone's learned a little extra too today. So
right, but now we should dive deeper into this, right? Because this is a good. So
this is why people are here. Yeah.
So there is absolutely possessive. Yeah. If I'm saying it's their car, THEIR, right? If I'm saying they're going that way, right? They are, so it's with the apostrophe re.
Yep.
But I'm saying he said that they're not very good at telling stories. So is it because I'm saying their stories?
You're saying like because that they are not very good, meaning like you're referring to other people. Typically,
but if they are, then it should be apostrophe re.
But we don't know who they are. We don't know who they is. So that's why typically you wouldn't use there. You would say he or her or it's if you're referring to a thing. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yep. Gotcha. Hey, we got this all figured out. Okay.
We got it. And you're welcome. Great? This is why I'm so excited. We should clip this for TikTok, and it'll be the first TikTok video ever to get 0 views.
Not the first, but it can't be the first to get 0
No,
views.
You're right. There'd probably be like 6 English teachers that would come across it, and they'd be like, "Yeah, that's right."
Right, exactly. Yep, and
thumbs up,
and then they'd get 1 million views for like clipping and reacting to our video. Yeah, just teaching people the proper uses of theirs. So, Justin, do you have an answer here?
Well, I do. See, even Jedi John, what's going on? He says dryads. Now, I don't know what a dryad, Jedi John, but I assume you mean droids. And if you missed the opening crawl, Jedi John, you need to go back. You may have made an appearance there.
Ooh.
Templar says proctologist droids. See, everyone is doing a general thing, but hashtag
but
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
No pun intended.
Well, the answer, of course, is who is C-3PO?
C-3PO is the correct answer, Justin. And
I'm on the board.
You are. You've gotten 2 points. Well done, sir. Let's mark those down. I just watched a documentary the other day. I don't know if you'd call it a documentary. It was like a thing for Wired that Anthony Daniels did. And it's like an hour-long thing of him talking about the C-3PO costume. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't think so.
It's actually really good. And so he talks about, all the kind of how the costume came together, how they set it up for him, what it was like in the beginning, what it was like doing stunts in, and how they did a lot of these practical shots. For instance, right, there's the scene where Chewbacca puts, his head on backwards in The Empire Strikes Back, right?
Right.
And so, like, how do you shoot that? Well, he just is in the suit like normal, and then they just put the mask on the back of his head and like painted his fist gold. And there's actually a shot where you can see his nose like poke out during one of the head movements of C-3PO.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so he's just like describing stuff like that. And I got to tell you, Anthony Daniels, if I had one word to describe him, it would be lovely. He seems like just a lovely guy. He has kind of like this very prim and proper attitude and seems very nice. Guy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if we went out for tea or coffee or whatever, what have you. Yeah, I feel like if you came back and you said, Tyler, what was that like? I'd say, that was lovely. I had a lovely time. Wouldn't it make sense?
What a lovely man.
Yeah, a lovely guy.
Perfect sense. Yeah.
Okay, Justin, question number 2. You are perfect through one question. Well done.
Yes. Okay.
Number 2. This Twi'lek served as Jabba the Hutt's major domo and was once described by Jabba as a weak-minded fool.
Jabba no Bada.
Jabba no Bada.
Oh.
Yeah, that big dummy. It just,
I thought you were going to say his name again.
Now what? You do it, you do something a few times and suddenly you just have a reputation. Like, give me a break. As I have stated on multiple, why am I just constantly defending myself on this stream? Jesus, I'm being attacked over and over again.
Oh no. Yep. You're being attacked.
So Justin, this particular character was really just made to look a fool by good old Luke Skywalker.
That's true.
I mean, he goes in there, you can't come in here. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and take me to Jabba, and just like a weak-minded fool, brings him right in there. I don't know, like, how has Jabba managed to run such a successful crime empire with such absolutely piss poor help? You know what I mean? Like, how is his right-hand man an incompetent fool, and yet he gets by, running this huge empire? You still need some good people working for you, don't you? I mean, I don't know. You tell me.
Well, yeah, I would think so. However, there's not a lot of good going on in Tatooine. I don't think there's a lot of law enforcement. I don't think they're, really, it's like you just need some brutes, which they have. And that's really just kind of it, right? I mean, it's not like you need to be John Gotti or something like to rule Tatooine. You just need to be a fat slug with a bunch of people that listen to you.
Gotcha. So, like John Gotti.
Yeah, exactly. So, they're pretty much they're interchangeable.
It actually is the exact same thing. All right.
Boba. The answer is, of course, Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna is the correct answer. That's another 2 points in your piggy bank, Justin. Well done. Moving on to question number 3. The sadistic supervisor droid EV-99 calls this resourceful astromech a feisty little one.
That's a good scene. That's a
You're
a feisty little one, but you'll soon learn some respect.
Indeed.
I have need for you on the Master's sail barge.
It's just great that they just have a droid that's just in there torturing other droids. Like, what a weird thing. And of course,
have you read like EV-99's background as to like why EV-99 is that way? That it's a programming defect that like EV-99 is a female droid, and then that she like has a programming defect that makes her enjoy torturing other droids.
Oh, it's a defect? For some reason, I thought it was like Jabba programmed her that way or something, just to be sadistic. It's just a defect.
Programming defect that it means that she enjoys torturing other droids.
And she just gets her jollies by just ripping droids apart and burning their feet and hearing them scream. Well,
that sounds like something Pablo Hidalgo made up one night, hammered drunk, while he was working on the visual dictionary.
Absolutely, it does. And the Star Wars world is better off because of it.
Yeah, they're like, what if she has like a defect where like she like gets off on like torturing other droids,
right?
And everybody's like, yes, put her in Jabba's palace.
Yeah, so
because that's probably what happened. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, and the thing too is so many people talked about this. What are the ethics of the fact that these droids can really feel pain? Right, like they're torturing, they're burning the one droid's feet, and it's screaming for dear life.
Yeah, I mean, they have pain receptors,
right? And like, doesn't that really change the entire perception of the idea of droids in this universe? I mean,
man, I don't know if George thought about that.
If these things are like actually like sentient feeling things, I mean, doesn't make a lot of sense to just have it serving drinks in your sail barge. You know what I mean?
That's a very fair point. Like, are these droids literally being paid? Like that one's feet, the Gonk droid's feet are being burned. Yeah. And it is screaming in pain, saying, no, 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 no.
Yeah. And then you could say, well, it's just programmed to do that. But that they actually used to make that argument back in the like medieval days. They used to, for fun, people would set cats on fire and stuff. Like, wasn't that long ago? I mean, I said medieval, but even like say during Salem witch trial.
No, I haven't done it in 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, it's been 10, 15 years for you. But like people used to light cats on fire all the time just for fun. And some people would say, well, it's screaming, it's in pain, isn't that wrong? And say, they're just screaming because it doesn't want you to do that. But animals don't really feel pain. Like that was an argument for most of human history that animals didn't feel pain, despite the fact that it seems very clear that they do. But they'd say, no, they're just like imitating what it would seem like if they felt pain, but they're not actually feeling pain the way that you and I are. And so I bet people are making that same argument with the droid. Oh, no, they're just programmed to feel pain. Yeah. They don't actually feel it just so they can get off torturing them still. It's
I guess so.
It's a sick universe out there. It doesn't matter what galaxy you're in,
Hey, Pop Sith, what's going on? Jumping on late. Go rewatch the intro, buddy. You may have made an appearance along with Templar Jedi John. You guys are all in the opening crawl this week.
Indeed.
And of course, the answer, Tyler, is R2 de Toa. According to C3PO, de Toa.
Absolutely correct, Justin. You are 3 for 3. Moving on to question number 4.
Yes!
If you found yourself in the belly of one of these dangerous creatures, you would find a new definition of pain and suffering as you were slowly digested over 1,000 years.
Oh, well-written question. Well-written question.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. See, I can pay you compliments. I'm not always trying to rip you down. Well, also, do you remember that time you didn't drink beer?
I was just going to say, but if the ratio is like 9-1, it's going to feel like I'm attacked a lot. After every 9 times I beat you down, Tyler, I give you a compliment about your question writing. Thanks, Just.
So, actually, is it this book I have right here? I'm going to share this with everyone right now. So, while doing my research for this week's episode, I have a visual dictionary here. This is an old one,
That's a good one.
But while I was going through this, the light always messes up on the camera whenever I put something in front of it. I got to see if I can find this thing here. So while going through this, I came across what do you call it when they have like the blowout picture like of a ship? What do they call it? Not a blowout, but they call it
cross sections.
Cross section. So they have a cross section. Yes. And now I've got to find this. I'm not trying to do last minute studying. I just want to share this.
Let me show you that. That's a great question, Tyler. Let me look through this book.
Let me just look at this quick. So here it is. I got it. Are you ready? I literally had not seen this until today. Okay. There is a cross section of the Sarlacc and what it actually looks like in this book. And it's gross. Are you ready? Everyone,
yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. This is it right here. Try not to get the glare on it.
Look at that.
But there is a gigantic cross section, and there's like all the stomach parts. And by the way, if you can see here, that's Boba Fett, right in that belly spot. So he got out of there. He kept backed out of there. But look at how big and disgusting that thing is supposed to be. Isn't that crazy?
But it looks like he had like a nice little home there. It's kind of just like he's camping for a little bit because he's got the armor. He's going to be able to survive something like that. So he's just chilling in there, light a little lamp, read a book, read a story or something, and just wait for your moment. That's sweet though. That thing's like an iceberg. So we're just seeing the peak of the iceberg. But 90% of it's just below the surface. That's really cool. That's a sweet little cross section there.
Yeah, I mean, like I opened it and was like, "Oh my god, what is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's the Sarlacc." Oh, gross looking. So then, of course, I started looking at all of the various sacks, that it has.
Looking at sacks for every character, every
sack out there, and so the Sarlacc has lots of acidic sacks. Apparently they don't work on Beskar though. So you could jetpack right out of there, baby. And the answer is, of course, the Sarlacc.
The Sarlacc, indeed. Well, that was a great digression there, and that's why the visual dictionaries, even for those who aren't prepping for trivia as we are so much fun.
A lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Because of stuff like that. There are things that honestly really enhance the story. Because you just get to see details like that. Isn't that cool that now next time you see the Sarlacc, like you're going to be picturing this giant monster underneath it. Like, we're just seeing a little tiny opening of its mouth. That was cool. All right, Justin. And on top of that, you are 4 for 4, moving on to question number 5 in the youngling level. So a good warm up thus far.
I need this one. On my way to 33 points.
Here we go. This character impersonated the bounty hunter Bausch in order to infiltrate Jabba the Hutt's palace and rescue Han Solo.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay. So I'm going to have a perfect youngling round at least. Okay.
Yeah, this should be a nice, easy one. It's obviously a great scene. One of my favorite parts of this too is when the Jabba the Hutt just loves every second of it.
I know. His laugh is so great. Jabba's laugh is so great.
I know he
lights up a room with that laugh.
He really does, and his smile and everything. I got to tell you, I know he does bad things, but he's a likable guy. I've had dinner with him on occasions. I've gone to his palace for a few of those notorious parties, and I got to tell you, he's personable. He shared his hookah with me. We ate a few frogs, and it was a great time. So. It just goes to show that sometimes even, it kind of reminds me of like when Dennis Rodman went to Kim Jong-un in North Korea. It's
pretty much the exact same thing. Yeah.
It's almost identical. It's like, yeah, sure, Kim Jong-un is doing some really bad things. That doesn't mean you can't just go over there and have a good time with the guy. You know what I mean? Just kind of rub elbows and shoot the crap, as they say. And so that's what I did in Jabba's palace. Had a great time. Just lovely dude. Lovely dude.
That is crazy. And I have a feeling that this is not going to be the last we hear about your trip to Jabba's palace.
Oh, no, not at all. I had a great time. Sure, things got dicey at times. The stench alone was something I could write a book about.
Imagine. Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, it's not what you'd expect. And so, there it is. Just a great scene. And do you know who, of course, played the bounty hunter Bausch or impersonated them?
Well, impersonated, of course, would be Leia, Princess Leia.
Leia or
impersonated Bausch. Yes.
Answer. Yes. And Justin, you're 5 for 5 in the youngling round. Congratulations, buddy. A nice, easy warm up, and you did it successfully. But of course, the next round is going to be much harder.
I wouldn't say easy, but
I would say easy.
Well, before we move on to the next level, just a friendly reminder that, hey, we're on Patreon, 5 tiers available. Thank you so much to all of our existing patrons, all of our nerd level 1, 2, and 3 supporters. Many of you are in the chat right now. Thank you to all of you, Jedi John, Popsith, Unboxing Treasures, and of course, our council member, Templar Pops. Thank you so much. We love you guys. And if you are watching this for the first time, or if you're just finding us, there is a link in the description if you want to support the channel. We appreciate it so much. We have some exciting news too to potentially share right now about our Patreon, Tyler, right?
Yeah, absolutely, we do. Absolutely. A brand new competition coming to a Patreon near you. We have a new trivia competition we're going to be implementing for our patrons.
Yes.
Have we mentioned this at all? Did we mention this a little bit last week? I can't remember.
I think we pitched around the idea, but we talked to some other people about the idea. And so generally speaking, here's what we do. We're going to start this in July. For those of you that are watching, this is just going to be for patrons. All tier of patrons will be able to participate in this. And we're going to have our own little trivia contest. And we're still debating on how we're going to break it up, but it's going to be weekly. We're going to have a timed 10-question quiz that's going to be available to patrons. You're going to be able to click the link, take the quiz, and then each week on our lives, we're going to update the scoreboard. And we're going to keep a running tally. Right now, we're thinking like 12-week sessions would work best. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the 12, there might be chances for bonus points. We're still hashing all that out. But at the end of the 12 weeks, if you want to, the Patreon winner of the championship for that session will get to come on a Tuesday night live and go through the ringer just like we do to compete for prizes. So you might, if you do really poorly, you might get a BookBarBros t-shirt, or you might do fairly well and get a thermos, or then you might get a decent Funko Pop, or who knows, if you were to score a perfect 66, which I would say neither Tyler nor I have scored a perfect 66 yet. But if you're going to win something absolutely epic. So we are still ironing out the details, but this is going to be launched in the next few days for our patrons. So if you want to be a part of this, we think it'll be so fun to keep you guys engaged, and to take quizzes yourselves and to test your own knowledge and compare yourselves against your peers and your friends. We think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. And the chance to come on the show, to be in the hot seat like we are each week. And again, even if you're playing along and feel like you're doing pretty well, it's much different when the lights are on you and you are all by yourself answering these questions, with the world watching you. So, and that's why we did talk about.
Still need the bonus points.
But that's why we talked about, to make it fun and a little more to it. If you're holding your own in some of the trivia, but maybe just a few points behind the leader, or that kind of thing, we wanted to throw in some bonus point opportunities during the lives, where there might be some chances for some bonus points to be had to make things fun. So that way, maybe the leader scrambles a little bit. And then the winner will come on. They'll actually go, come on the show and have to answer questions just like we do. And like Justin mentioned, no matter what, you're going to get something, some merch or whatever, some little prizes if you do better. But if you do really well, and we're still hashing out what point totals those will be. But if you get above certain point totals, you'll get a very good prize. And of course, if you're perfect, well, we're going to set up a huge prize. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited to start it. So that way you guys get to all play trivia right along with us and become experts right along with us. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, we think it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a leaderboard up on the Patreon page, and then we'll report the results currently each week going forward on our Tuesday night trivia lives. Just another, way to try and get you guys to engaged in doing Star Wars trivia and, prepping with us for all of these. And so, we're very excited about that. More info coming probably in the next couple of days, because the first quiz will likely come out before the next live for those of you that are patrons. So, all right.
So there it is. Ready, and I missed this. I don't know if you put this up, but while we had the picture of the Sarlacc up, Templar Pop said, yeah, my mother-in-law, there she is. So didn't even see that.
I missed the. Oh no!
Yeah,
that's poor timing. We really missed that.
I know. I just saw it too. That's too bad. Yeah, and then Pops has said, what a beauty. Oh, man. Man. And it's
That's
too
so
bad
funny,
because
Templar. I know her, and I'm going to forward your message to her.
right, I'm pretty sure she's watching. She's a big fan of the show, so you
We're
probably
pretty
really
sure she's
hurt
a
her
fan.
feelings. Yep. So, all right, well, there it is. Just you ready to move on to the next round?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Round number 2. This is the Padawan level. So again, reminder to everyone, this means anything that can be gleaned from the movie itself is fair game. Hopefully, Justin paid close attention. But we're starting with an easier one. Let's see here. Padawan,
Okay,
question number 1. Jabba the Hutt says to Han, "We now Kong Bantha Puru," meaning now you're this.
Okay. Man, at first I was like, "We now come." Oh no, Okay.
Yeah. Correct usage of your as well. So problem there.
Okay. I don't know if you want the. I assume you don't want the full quote. You just kind of want the end of what he says.
Yeah,
right?
Because I'm giving you the beginning, so it means now you are this.
Now you're this, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because he says something like, Han, you were a great smuggler, but now you're this.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. So I'm just wanting the ending. Okay. Very, big popular line here. So yeah, I thought this was an easier one to start off the Padawan level. But don't worry, they'll get trickier. In case you were worried, I know you were worried, Justin.
I'm not worried that they get trickier.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I feel very confident that I'm going to run away with this.
Good. All right. And so, what are you thinking, Justin? What do you feel?
Well, I believe he says you are now, he says Bantha Pudu, meaning Bantha fodder.
Bantha fodder is absolutely the correct answer. You are 1 for 1 in the Padawan level. Perfect thus far. Moving on to question number 2. Here we go. This was the Land-class T-4A shuttle that Darth Vader used to travel to the second Death Star to oversee the final stages of its construction.
Okay. Yep. Got this one too. Whenever you see those, you're always like, okay, is it going to be the class? Is it going to be the name? Is it going to be the code they use to gain clearance? Right. It's always like, what's the question going to be? So it's not as simple as learning one fact. It's literally like learning 5 or 6 or 7 facts about that.
Oh yeah. Just right there. But what's nice is that right there in the beginning, normally those are the ones that you feel pretty strong at, because obviously at the beginning of the movie, it's when you feel energized, you're going to learn everything, and then by the end, you're like, oh my God, there's been so much I've had to learn.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely. You got to know the ship guy. I almost thought about asking you the class, but I would have asked that in the next level, but decided again, I'll kind of warm you up with a nice, easy one here. So what do you think, Justin? Or does anyone in the chat?
Much appreciated. I want to go back to Templar. He was trying to spell fodder, and he put fooder, and then fowder. No, I believe, Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's Fodder, fodder.
Yes,
is that right?
Fodder.
Fodder. Again, this is not just Star Wars trivia, folks. You are getting a free English lesson as well from a former spelling bee champion, which we have brought up many times. I forget. 5th grade. It was 5th grade, Tyler. You're always trying to diminish my spelling bee accomplishment.
Yeah, Justin won a spelling bee while he was in the womb. He was in the womb,
I was homeschooled.
And he won a spelling bee.
I was the only kid in my class. My mommy told me I won, and I did a great job.
Yeah,
I was always very excited. Yeah.
Yep. You still got the award for it.
Yep.
All right. So, do we have an answer, Justin? Or what do you think? What?
I believe that this is the shuttle Tidarium.
So we were looking for something different, but I believe it is. Well, is it? I actually have to double check that now. That's not the answer I have written down.
Oh boy.
I know that the shuttle Tidarium is what they use later on in the movie. That's what Han and Chewie, that's what they fly towards the Death Star in the Battle of Endor. But
they do, but at the very beginning, I believe it's they even say, Shuttle Tidarium, what is your code clearance?
So let me just double check, because that's not what I had written down. So I just want to make sure before I make a mistake here. Let's
get our
see.
Fact checker on the board.
Yep. So we're looking this up. If anyone in chat has anything too, we just don't want to make a mistake. So
T321 code clearance blue.
Yeah, I believe it's the same thing, but I just didn't write the full thing there.
Yeah, I believe it is the same shuttle.
As the...
Because Vader brings it to the Death Star, and then Luke uses it to carry Vader's body away from the Death Star before it explodes.
Yeah, let's see here.
Pause, everyone. Time out. While we're on break for question confirmation, I'm going to crack right there, Saugatuck Brewing, the blueberry lemonade shandy again. Oh, that sounds so good. And I'm going to pour it in a glass because I'm a civilized human being. You know, Tyler, it's funny.
I do see. Okay, I see one thing. So the answer I had written down, because this is what they say it during the scene, was it was the ST-321. ST-321.
Yeah, but it's shuttle Tidarium.
Yeah, but it looks like, and again, I know that they for sure talk about the Tidarium later on. I thought for sure they were the same ship, but because I didn't have it written down, I just wanted to double check that to make sure it's true. Looks like it is. So Justin, absolutely get the points there. It has been confirmed. You are 2 for 2 in the Padawan level. Just wanted to do a quick confirmation there because he is perfect. We can't make a mistake.
Throw the red flag. I don't plan on staying perfect. I don't think I'm going to stay perfect, but I want to stay perfect as long as I can. We're 44 minutes in. I'm 7 questions in, so I'll take it.
So let's keep moving right along. Next question. The flagship of Darth Vader.
Pause. Popsa says he only has audio and no visual. Is anyone else having this problem?
Oh,
in here, I don't know. Our stream is going, and then I usually have, and I think Tyler does too. I always have it up on a phone next to me to make sure the connection is good, and I can see the stream. So I have video.
Yeah, no, I can double check here.
Yeah, so I have video. I see video. Yeah, Jedi John says he has both. Templar says he's good. So
yeah, it looks like it's good. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So next question here.
Okay, question 8.
Question number 3 in the Padawan level. Here we go. Okay. The flagship of Darth Vader, the Executor, was destroyed during the Battle of Endor after the rebel pilot Arvel Krynid flew this type of starfighter into its bridge.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Wait. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Is
yes your final answer?
Yeah.
You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to look up if this is a yes. I'm not seeing anything here, Justin. Yes Man comes up. Movie with Jim Carrey. Let's see what else comes up if I just Google yes in here. There's a rock band called Yes.
Hold on. I gotta think if I had any of my memorization techniques for this one. I can't remember anything because I know it's not an X-wing. I want to say it was either, a Y-wing or an A-wing, but I want to say it's an A-wing. I don't think it was a Y-wing, but now I'm second guessing myself. And
Templar Pops is on fire today. Look at this. After hearing about Popsith's issues, communication disruption can mean only one thing. That is great. You are feeling it today, Templar. Well done, buddy. Dude, well done.
Yeah, and so again, I think Templar's right there.
Yeah.
Popsith asking to repeat the question. We got it right up here.
Yep. Flagship
he might not have video. He might have a bad connection. So okay, will you read it again?
The flagship of Darth Vader, the Executor, was destroyed during the Battle of Endor after the rebel pilot Arvel Krynid flew this type of starfighter into its bridge. So they ran it into the bridge. They lost power. They fell into the Death Star, and then
Admiral Akbar shrugged in satisfaction.
Indeed, he did. Oh, you think that was a shrug? I thought there was a lot more. That looked like a full-on orgasm to me. Like,
how does a Mon Calamar? I don't even think we shouldn't go down that road.
No, I think we should because I think we saw it on screen. I think that's exactly what just happened.
Attention, YouTube algorithm. This is a wholesome Star Wars trivia channel. We talk about Star Wars news and other fun Star Wars things, which is family friendly for all audiences.
And the orgasms of Mon Calamari. We talk about it all things Star Wars.
You just undid so much good that I just did for the channel. But yeah, see, Jedi, right? Let's keep it PG, folks. Natural bodily functions are not PG rated. But yeah, Tyler, I'm going to go ahead and just say it's an A-wing. What is an A-wing? Final answer. I thought it was an A-wing. I second-guessed myself with a Y-wing. Went back to the A-wing, and I think Templar is right, too. I think it's an A-wing.
Well, it is indeed an A-wing. You are 3 for 3 in the Padawan level. You continue to be perfect.
You're being misleading. I could tell. You're being misleading.
Of course I am. All right, moving on to question number 4 in the Padawan level. Question 9 overall. Here we go. After one of his men said there were enemy ships in this sector, Admiral Akbar realized that it's a trap.
I know this for sure because this scene has a couple of the subtitled, like we said, we were talking about before. We talk about this always. Yep. The random letters and numbers during those scenes where when you are just casually watching the movie, this goes in and out right past you. You never give it a second thought. But if you watch the movie, if you are really studying for trivia, if you watch the movie with the subtitles on, with the closed captioning on, I'm telling you, you will be shocked at how much stuff you pick up, because I saw this line. I assume you're not going to ask me about the line right before that, because I know I don't want to spoil anything. Okay. But he basically, right before that, Admiral Akbar tells the green group, right, to stick to MV7. And I'm like, man, is that a great question?
Almost asked you that one. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they turn and they say, enemy fighters coming in sector 12. And then Admiral Akbar says, it's a trap.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
No, it's not.
That is incorrect based on what I have here.
What do you have there?
I have sector 47.
That's incorrect. Challenge. Red flag.
Let's double check it.
Red flag challenge.
All right. I'm going to just type in. Here. This is crazy. We've had 2 challenges already.
2 challenges. I'm one for one.
Enemy ships. And I'm just going to Google it. Let's see what pops up. We have enemy ships in sector 47. We have enemy ships in sector 47. We have enemy ships in sector 47. First 3 things that pop up. Justin, you have lost your challenge, and with that, you do lose your right hand. Oh, gosh. I mean, we've made that agreement years ago that just as Luke Skywalker lost his right hand, if you lost a challenge, you would lose yours. Justin, do you happen to have a butcher knife, maybe a small chainsaw with you in there? Or what? Does anyone else know what would be good for that? I guess if you do have a working lightsaber, it would cauterize the wound immediately, which would probably be better for the stream.
What? No.
Yeah, yes.
It can't be true.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking at it right here. Yeah, look, we can even, let's see. I can even play a video. Let's see here.
Well, like, oh my God, did I literally mess that number up?
There we go.
He did say 47, didn't he?
We have enemy ships in sector 47.
Why did I say 12? I even said maybe it's because I was even like, yeah, no, he says MV7. And then he says in sector 12.
Sector 47. Oh, man. And we have our first stumble.
No! This is good. This is good video.
Yeah. You know what? Give us another 15 minutes while we look at our phones for a little bit.
Yeah, no. I mean, I knew that. And so I'm just mad that how?
Yeah, because I mean, that was so shocking is like I was pretty positive it was 47, but you seemed so confident that it was 12. I'm like, well, we might as well double check, but it cost you your right hand. So now we do have a few people. Jedi John says plastic knife might be the way to go. I guess, yeah, it's, that way you can just throw it away afterwards because you're probably not going to want to use this thing after you do it. Popsith with just a good old fashioned pocket knife. That's true. The guy, you ever seen that movie? I think it's called 147 Hours.
God.
Oh, so you've seen the movie? Yeah. So it's the guy gets trapped. It's based on a true story. Guy was like taking a hike or something, right? Fell down to a crevice, and then a boulder kind of came down and trapped his arm. And he gets trapped down there. He's dying. He's drinking his own pee for days and stuff, trying to wait for help. His arm is literally just decaying because the blood has been cut off. So like the rest of his arm from where the bullet. Yeah, it's based on a true story. It's like totally dead. And eventually he takes this pocket knife that's already super like rusty and like down to a nub because he'd been using it to try to chip away at the rock for days to see if he could get his arm out, and he couldn't.
I've heard about it. Yep.
Yeah, and then finally, like he's about to die, he has no choice. He cuts off his own arm with this little tiny pocket knife to escape. It manages to survive.
It's like how would he not just bleed out and die?
Well, because the arm was already dead at that point. Think his arm was trapped in there, and so it had cut off all circulation, and so like his arm was just slowly dying, rotting.
All right.
Gross. All right. I know. Well, but we're kind of setting up our viewers because you do have to cut off your own hand on stream for losing a channel. It's just I don't make the rules. I guess you know what? We'll give you some time. Maybe you'll want some tarps or whatnot, and so it'll be next time that Justin will have to do this. Give him some time to mentally prepare.
I'm livid about that because I don't know what happened in my memory banks because again. MV7 sector MV7 holding, it's like a hold, and I just feel like I knew it, and I was like, it's 12. Yeah, MV7 and then 12, and the fact that it's 47 now, I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, well, devastated with that one because you asked me that one, and I was like, jackpot, great. I got that one, and so I messed it up, and now I'm very frustrated. But
Justin, you ignorant slut, you really screwed that one up, and unfortunately,
bummed it happened on a question that I should have known.
Yeah, but on the one hand, though, it was just a Padawan question. You are only down 3 points. It's just 3 points.
Just a Padawan question, but 3 points. Okay.
It's only 3 points.
I'm on my way to 33. I'm still on my way.
So right.
Probably.
So here we go. Next question. Final question. The Padawan level. Just here we go.
Okay.
During the attack on the main reactor of the Death Star, Lando told Wedge to go for the power regulator on this.
Well, now I'm not confident at all anymore.
Yeah, I'd be doubting myself after that too. Again, you seem so confident that like I always try to double check stuff just before stream. This is one I had even wrote down recently, double checked it before I wrote it down. I was like, no, I'm positive it's sector 47, but you were so confident. I'm like, well, crap, maybe I made a mistake.
I don't know what happened because I feel like I basically walked around all day going MV7, sector 12, MV7, sector 12. So like, I don't know what happened when I watched it for the last time today and was like, okay, that's one you definitely need to remember. And some other number popped in my head somehow for, I don't know, maybe work related. I don't know. But anyways.
Well, don't keep doing it. You're going to be in a trivia competition. And you're going to say, "Oh yeah, it's sector 12," because you've said it so many times. The answer to this question
is, of course, Lando told Wedge to go for sector 12.
That is incorrect, Justin. Jeez.
I believe, and now I'm not confident at all. I believe this is the North Tower.
The North Tower is the correct answer. Okay. Well done. Right back.
Yeah.
Right back on the correct train. There we go. All right, and now we're moving on to the hard level, though. This is where things are going to get nice and tricky, so I hope you're prepared.
Popsit had that one, too.
Oh, look at that. Well done, Popsit. North Tower. And he corrected me. I said 147 hours. The movie was called 127 hours, he said he thinks. Oh. I think that's right. Yeah, so correcting us on all sides, all angles. Well done, Popsit. All right, Just, you ready for the next one?
Well, I am. But before that, just a reminder, affiliate links are down in the description. Links for collectors and creators and more. If you're looking for Star Wars collectibles or really any type of toy or collectible, there's a link to Entertainment Earth down in the description. It's a great way to support the channel at no additional cost to you. And if you're a YouTube creator, there are also affiliate links down below, some of which may give you discounts. If you're wondering what music we use or what backgrounds we use or, to create our logos, everything that we have decided to use, these are products that we have used, we use currently, and we approve. There are affiliate links down in the description for those as well. Now I am ready for the Jedi Knight. I'm not technically ready, but we can try it, I guess.
All right. Well, here we go. First question in the Jedi Knight level. This is anything within movie canon is acceptable for this round. So I hope you've done your supplemental reading. Here we go, Justin. Question number 11. First in the Jedi Knight round. This Gamorrean guard met his end at the hands of Patissa the Rancor after he fell through the same trapdoor as Luke Skywalker. And based on your face, I feel like you're going to say Sector 12.
Shoot. This also might be a Sector 12 answer.
Oh, no. Did we get him with another one here? I honestly am shocked. I actually thought you'd be prepped for this one. I really did.
I really didn't think that any of the Gamorrean guards had names.
A couple of them do.
I didn't think any of them had names.
Yep. And it is not
and like
Sector
we talked
12.
about, too,
I'll give you that hint.
With the visual dictionaries, like with the original trilogy, it's not easy because there's not really book by book visual dictionaries. Most of the visual dictionaries for the original trilogy are just sort of like the evolution of characters or like scenes. And so it's hard to be like, okay, yeah, but is that from which movie? You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, it is tough. So I don't use the visual dictionaries to study very much for the original trilogy movies. I try to just watch the movies a lot and take down notes and things that I think are important. And when I think, something would be important and it's not said or spoken in the movie, that I would, go online and try to do some supplemental research that way, because visual dictionaries, I think, for the original trilogy are not super helpful.
I completely agree. What's kind of helped me with it is when we first started, I wasn't using the visual dictionaries. And so I tried to look up absolutely everything when we were doing the originals. And so it kind of gave me a feel for which characters were named and which weren't, because I had to have them prepped, for my turn. But now I've really relied on, for the other movies, I use the visual dictionaries constantly. They're so useful for studying,
especially for the newer movies, for sure.
Yeah, the sequels and the prequels, absolutely. But you're right, for the originals, it's really tough because I really wish they'd release new ones that were movie specific, the way the other ones are, because it's just way better. They go into more detail for each movie and way easier to study from. But unfortunately, it's kind of all jumbled together. So yeah, it's not as easy to study from.
So all Tyler, right. The chat is giving me from two separate people, Jubnuck from Pop Sith and Jubnuck from Jedi John.
But
let's go with it.
Downward Spiral from Templar Pops.
What is Jubnuck? I just remembered.
Jubnuck is, unfortunately, it's not correct. It was Sector 12. I really threw you off there. Jubnuck is the correct answer, Justin.
Oh, Jubnuck.
Wow.
Jedi John, Pop Sith. Well
Look at
done.
That. Well,
thank you for refreshing my memory. It was right there. I knew it. I knew I had it. And then you guys just reminded me, of course, that it's Jubnuck. So great job, Pop Sith. Great job, Jedi John. Good job.
Well done.
Yes,
Chet.
thank you. The chat definitely helped Tyler last week. So that felt good. That felt good to get some help from the chat. Yes.
All right. And here we go. Next question in the Jedi Knight level. Whew. Chewbacca and these two Ewoks successfully captured an AT-ST and used it against the Empire's forces. Chewbacca and these two, count them, two Ewoks. So I'm looking for two different names.
The one, oh God, the what is it? Chewbacca and these two Ewoks successfully capture an AT-ST and use it against the Empire.
A chicken walker, as they are referred to, an all-terrain scout transport. They take control of one, start maneuvering that beast around. Those look like, those look sweet, but based on how they move, I feel like that's got to be a rocky ride. Like, I feel like if you really cut, like when you're watching,
if you were really in there with in your seatbelt, that you'd be flying all over.
This sucks. Why don't we just get something with wheels? Or why don't we use this hover technology we're using on everything else in the entire universe?
Get an AT-AT at least. They're at least slow and smoother.
Exactly, nice and smooth. But it's probably they got all these trees. It's hard to maneuver those big old cabooses around. So they go with the chicken walkers.
Okay. I'm trying to remember this. It's It's Before I look at the chat to see if anybody's helping me.
Okay.
I want to say, I'm trying to remember how I remember. It's all W's, but it's not Wicket Warwick. It's not that one. It's like Wannock.
It's not. I'll give you some hints. It's not Han Solo.
Okay. That does help. That does help. Thank you. Okay.
No problem.
Wannock, and like another. All their names are so stupid. Why are their names so stupid?
Stupid Ewoks. They're stupid names.
Wannock and.
Okay, we've got
something work. Wannock, and
we've got in the chat Gizmo and Wi-Fi. Could be pronounced wifey.
Jedi John, you were so helpful in the last question.
And then you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself. Well done, Jedi John.
Totally redeem yourself.
Good job, buddy. So, do we have a guess, Justin? What are you going to go with? Oh, Templar look, it says he has the Battle of Endor playing in the background. Unfortunately, they will not say the names of these characters. They will not.
I'm going to say Wannock and Warwick.
So that is incorrect. One of them does have the last name Warwick, but it is Wonka and Whittle Warwick. Wonka and Whittle.
Wonka. What did I say?
Wannock? Not that. Wannock and Warwick, you said. It's Wonka and Whittle Warwick.
Okay, so I said the character's last name. That's not worth half credit?
What? His name is Whittle Warwick.
Yeah, and I said Warwick. That's like saying Han Solo, and I said Solo, and you going, whoa.
I don't know.
Is it not?
Because of several of them have that same last name.
What if it's Darth Vader and I said Vader? Would you be like, whoa, you didn't say Darth Vader?
It'd be more like if you said one of the characters was named Darth. And it'd be like, well, yeah, lots of them are named Darth, but I'm looking for the thing that signifies that it's them specifically. But I will give you 3 points for that. I'll give you 3 points for saying Warwick.
I accept.
So there we go. So that's a -3 there for you, Just. But it is Wonka and Whittle. I'll give you, a little playbook from me here. So how I remember it is I remember Willy Wonka.
I was just going to say, now that you said that's going to be Willy Wonka. Yeah.
In the chocolate factory in there, and that's Wonka. And then I always picture an Ewok in there whittling. And so he's just sitting there and he's just whittling a little stick. And so it's Wonka and
Davis.
Whittle.
Is he doing it for work, Davis? And no,
right. Because it's Whittle work. And so there it is. Those are the 2 Ewoks. You lost 3 points there, but you're still in fine shape. Going perfect from here on out would give you 60 points, which would be a tremendous round. So
I still don't expect that to happen. Is anybody else getting Tyler's video glitched? Tyler, your video is very glitchy to me.
Is it?
Let us know in the comments. It's very blocky and very glitchy to me. Yeah. Jerry John's doing his best Ray impression. That's right. Yeah. No Ray tonight to flood the inbox with terrible answers. So, yeah.
Yeah, I do actually see I'm getting a signal that my Wi-Fi is unstable.
Yeah, I was going to say, you are very blocky and slow moving. Not like your normal slow, but a different type of slow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And again, let's mark that up to another attack of Tyler. It's weird though. My Wi-Fi is great on everything else. It is literally only my computer that I seem to be having trouble.
That's weird too, because StreamYard had issues yesterday while we were working on some skit ideas where we had glitches, right? Remember that? And we actually got a notification saying that it was Google and YouTube that were having problems. It could be, as Templar said, it could be the dark side.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, I could try to restart my computer real quick, and you could try to entertain folks for a minute.
No, I don't know if that's nice. I mean, like, we can see you, and you're just kind of a little. It looks like you're in like 240p is all, which is really nice, probably actually for people that they don't have to get the HD version of your face. So actually, you know what? We probably all kind of win, right, guys? I mean, like, I think we all probably just win. So. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. There's, we should be keeping track of how many times I've been beaten down today on stream.
Templar just said he's better this way. See, people are on my side on this.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. All right. Well,
oh, he just cut himself out on purpose.
I'm back. Don't worry. Okay. So with that, after everyone's just roasting Tyler because his internet connection is bad, let's move on to the next question. Justin, are you ready?
No, let's talk more about this. And we can. You're actually. It looks like it's coming back. So
okay, is it coming back?
Yeah,
it's so weird because
unfortunately, people can see you again. It looks like.
Okay,
so.
I've got a bunch of devices that are working just fine here, so I don't know what's going on with the laptop. But all right, well, you're gonna have to deal with my ugly mug then if things are working again. Just wait until we eventually get 4K stream. Like holy crap.
Man.
Can you imagine that? Whew.
I'm not just bald. It gets worse. So.
All right, here we go, Justin. Next question in the Jedi Knight level, question number 3.
Okay.
This infamous and annoying gatekeeper droid was an eye stock that was installed in the door of Jabba the Hutt's palace to screen visitors.
Okay. What do you want exactly? Do you want the nickname of what people call it?
No, like the model. It's actually called this particular series of numbers and letters.
Right, but then it also has an AKA. People call them this.
No, we're looking for the specific model because it's called a gatekeeper droid. It's an eye stock droid, both of which I mentioned. But then I'm looking for the model that it's called.
Okay, well, I think people I've also heard, I believe that it's called a tattletale droid. So, I don't know if you're looking for that.
No, I'm looking for a specific number, a set of letters, a combination of letters and numbers, and other things as well.
So, a tattletale droid is now what you want, because what I'm
making it very clear. I'm looking for the.
It's called a tattletale droid.
I'm not accepting it.
Or a TT-8L droid.
TT-8L, I will accept. Now, it is a TT-8L/Y7, so I am going to remove all 6 points for that because this particular one was that.
Now, I was going to say, there are some other versions of it.
Yeah, but that particular one in Jabba's Palace is a YL, but I will absolutely give you TT-8L. Well done, Justin. That is a very good pull.
Okay.
And you were playing it up like you had no idea what I was talking about.
Oh, no. I knew what it was, but I wanted you to give me Tattletale Droid just in case after the Sector 12, Sector 47 question, I didn't mix up a letter or a number and then cost myself more points. So I wanted Tattletale Droid.
No,
Popson had it too. He had TT-8L. He had it too.
Pop said, I hope you guys are all ready, all of our patrons, for Popsit domination for these quizzes. Now, you're going to have to be fast on the trigger, though. We're going to make the times very quick on these quizzes. So you're going to have to be quick with the answers.
Yep.
But, of course, on the lives, you're going to have a more lenient time frame like we give ourselves during these lives.
Maybe.
But all right. Maybe. Here we go. Moving on to the next question in the Jedi Knight level. Here we go.
Let's keep going.
The bulbous spider-like droids that were referred to as BT-16s, VT-16s, or brainwalkers carry the brains of these monks.
This, by the way, is a great question, and it's one that I was absolutely ready for.
Nice.
Oh, and again, I just really wonder, is this something? Now, I could be very, very wrong, but it's is this something that Thomas Harper and Andrew DiMolanta and Alex Damon, do they have this one queued up? Because
I've seen this in Schmodown, and they got it right.
Oh, you have seen this in Schmodown?
I have seen this in Schmodown. Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep. And I don't remember who it was, but I absolutely have seen this question in Schmodown, and they got it. No problems.
Wow. I was going to say, I don't remember. You don't remember what match it was? I was going to say, I don't remember this question.
I don't off the top of my head. No.
Oh man.
I want to say it was actually Alex Damon who gave the answer. Which again isn't surprising, but yeah, I'm positive I saw it in Schmodown. Think it was Alex Damon who answered, but yeah, not totally sure there. Yeah, so I've seen this and they nailed it, no problem. That's one of the reasons why it popped in my head when I was writing the questions for this movie. It was like, oh, what a fun question that is, that you just see this spider droid in the background for 2 seconds. And it's like, there's a whole backstory to that. It's carrying around. Yeah.
Backstory. I know. And again, I totally forgot about those things. Like, it at one point. You remember at one point. And then on one of my rewatches in prepping for this week, I remember when C-3PO and R2-D2 come in, I saw in the background, I went, oh, that's right. That's right. What are those things? They have brains. What brains do they have? And so now, last time I just said the Sector 12, Sector 47 question. What's going to happen is we're going to fast forward to like 3 years from now, and I'm going to be on the Schmodown against you, and we're going to be on different teams, and I'm going to need that question to beat you, and I'm going to be like, Sector 12.
And that's going to be the happiest day of my life. But, but if we're on the Schmodown together, we're going to be a team. We're going to go in there as the BookBarBros, and we're going to go in there and clean up. It's going to be, if it's a one-on-one. Yeah, it'd be one-on-one where it could happen. Yeah. All right, Jess, so what's your final answer here?
I believe they are called the Bomar monks.
The Bomar monks is the correct answer. Well done, Justin. We are moving on to the final question in the Jedi Knight level. Here we go.
Okay.
Working alongside a young Twi'lek called Ula, this female Askajian was forced to serve Jabba the Hutt as a dancing girl at his palace. This is a tough one.
A female Askajian?
Yeah, so you see her dance, and almost looks like she kind of has, bones and stuff all over her. She's a sturdy gal, right? and she's out there dancing away.
Is that a reference to Tom Hanks's appearance on Celebrity or on Black Jeopardy? Is that what it is?
It absolutely is a reference to that. My God. My wife's a sturdy gal.
Tom Hanks on Black Jeopardy that's on Saturday Night Live. That one was oh my God, that was so funny.
Classic.
She's a sturdy gal. Oh man.
This is tricky. But yeah, you see her dancing. I think her father was like royalty, but then she got kidnapped by slavers, eventually bought by Jabba the Hutt. And had to, he forced her to be a dancing girl for her. And so you see her, and she's living it up in there. She's obviously trying to make the best of it, doing a lot of death sticks and just out there raving because she was really out there dancing, giving her all.
Well, I'm going to totally have to take a guess here. I mean, this is going to be just a guess of a character that I know is in Jabba's palace, and it's going to be wrong. Because I literally just don't know the answer. It'd be total guess. I'm going to say Ristal.
Ristal is not correct, Justin. It is Yarna Dulgargan is her name. Right. Yeah, that's a tricky.
Yarna. So what is an Askajian? I feel like I can't picture the species.
You can't picture. You know what I'm talking about? The sturdy gal who was dancing out there. Again, she was kind of a dancer with Ula. Ula was the Twi'lek who people remember.
Wasn't she human?
Yeah, she's human. Yeah, again, she was just kind of wearing stuff. I can't remember. It's almost looked like a bunch of like torn, ragged rags, and then like some bones and like a
really heavy.
Thing.
Like she looked like she'd date Malakili, basically, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It looked like they could have been brothers.
Yeah, no, I thought she was human, but I guess I didn't realize she had I know the scene, and I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about. But I was like, I thought she was human. I didn't realize she was a different.
Yep.
Species
and so and so that's it. Just so there we go. You missed 2.5 in the Jedi Knight level, which is not bad. I mean, that was a very hard round, and you did very well.
Man,
but now
that was a tough one.
Now we move on to the Jedi Master round, Justin, and this is going to be a doozy. But before that, last call.
It is last call. That's right. everybody, whether you're drinking beer or if you're Tyler on Wednesdays, energy drinks. No, Tyler, I think the rule is we both chug the drinks that we have here, and that seems fair.
Well,
so let's slam these, and we'll be even. Right?
Okay, so yeah, that sounds fair based on how this stream has been going. I keep getting shafted the entire time. So okay, let's do this.
Man, I'm a professional beer chugger. No. We're gonna crack open the Relief Peacher. The Relief Peacher.
Peacher. Oh my goodness, that is so good.
From the Haymarket Beer Company.
That's, of course, a football pun for those of you not familiar with sports.
Or is it a football pun?
I am super familiar with sports ball. I'm a big sports ball guy. So, yeah, you guys can be assured I know what I'm talking about when it comes to that. I always love
sports ball.
I always love when we have these parts in the stream because I always wonder what it's like if someone were to flip over right when we're doing that. And it's like, so all they see is just like two guys are just drinking beer out there. It sounds just chugging beer. It sounds great. I'd be like, I'm going to stick around for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, like Princess Leia's in her gold bikini and the on the wallpaper. And then you see Darth. What more do you want? Right? Darth Vader's in the background.
I got to be honest, I didn't even notice
Princess Leia in the bikini. Princess Leia in the bikini right there. Like, what more do you want?
Right. You know what I thought? I was watching a part of the stream to edit some of our clips when we do like our shorts and stuff the other day for our last stream. And I realized that Han Solo's face was coming around like right here and his lips were like right there. And I'm like, I definitely should have had something where I was like up there kissing him on there. Would have been great. But I didn't catch it until after I was watching the stream. It's like, I didn't even notice Princess Leia right there. Oh, man. All right. So there it is. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers to you guys.
Darth Moranis. Thanks for being here, man. Cheers to everyone who's been here in the chat. And to Justin, great round thus far, buddy. But hey, it's the Jedi Master round now. Oh my goodness, you're in for a treat here.
I don't know that I am. I think.
Yeah, and by treat, I mean this is going to be very difficult.
I'm hoping to get 3 or 4 points. That'd be terrific.
Okay, here we go. Jedi Master round, Justin.
Jedi Master round, switching it up. All right. Let's do it.
And it is on the Max Rebo Band, baby. Are you prepared? Are you ready?
Not really. Not really.
Oh, man. Because, Justin, you need to name the members of the band and their respective instruments, half point per correct answer.
Are there 11 band members?
So how it works is there's actually 12. So you could miss 2 answers and still get the full 11 points.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to get 11 points.
Okay, well, let's see how many points you do get.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, how about Max Rebo?
Max Rebo was not actually in the band. No, of course. Max Rebo is correct. That is 1.
Oh, God. And I think he played the Red Ball Oregon.
I mean, that's not perfectly correct, but you know what? I'm a generous guy, and so I'm going to give you half a point. No, I'll give you the full half. It's the Red Ball Jet Oregon is the full correct answer.
The Red Ball Oregon. I think, yeah. Okay.
Red Ball Jet Oregon. Yes. Red Ball Jet Oregon. Red Ball Jet Oregon is the correct answer.
Jesus. Sly Snoodles. She's in the band, right?
Cy Snoodles is absolutely correct. She's Apollo Wick from Lowick.
And she just sings. Does that count as an instrument?
Absolutely. Yep. Some of these should be pretty straightforward. Yep. It's vocals.
Okay. Vocals. Okay.
Yep. So far, so good.
Again, I'm not going to get many points here.
We'll see.
Okay. So what's the guy? His name is John Yauza. John Yauza.
Joe Yauza. Yeah, absolutely. We'll give you that one.
Yauza. How about Yauza?
Yauza.
And is he also just vocals?
Just vocals. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. See, you're cruising right along. You're doing just fine. Yeah, this is one where last time I made, I made the mistake of when I had Return of the Jedi, however many months ago that was, I spent way too much time studying all these characters. So I'm like, well, I'm definitely going to ask Justin this for my bonus.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, you said you were. What did I ask you for your Return of the Jedi bonus question?
It wasn't that, unfortunately. That was just
not the Max Rebo.
I was hoping to goodness it was going to be that, because I spent time learning every member of the band. I knew their species, their home planet, and their instrument. And then I got like no questions about the band at all. And I'm like, oh
no,
God.
No, I did not ask you a single question about the Max Rebo band.
And I dumped
because I think
so much time.
Because I think I told you I assumed it would be too obvious because
you had asked me about
I had previously asked you about Figure and Dan and the Modal Nodes and A New Hope, and so I thought I'm not going to ask him about the band again. I'm going to do something different.
Right.
But I understand why you would be so prepared for that. Okay. So okay. There's 2 Rhodians, I think. I gotta what are their names?
There is 2 Rhodians.
Doda? Is it Doda?
Do you know their last name?
No, I know Doda plays the Slitherhorn.
Doda Bondanawido absolutely does play the Slitherhorn.
Okay.
Losing right along. And I don't know if you Popsid was right there for you.
Oh, Popsid even had it. Yeah, I was gonna say I like to try to do these without the chat before I
I'm gonna say
Popsid.
Yeah,
Popsid, nice. Okay. And then there's another Rhodian who looks like or sounds like Greedo, but I think it's like Griata or Griata or something like that. Griata.
Yep, Griata Gendawania.
I believe Griata is just a backup singer, so I'll say vocalist again.
Yeah,
backup
vocals.
Singer?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, vocal. Okay, man, I've already got more points than I thought I was going to get out of this. Okay,
great. You're doing great.
Okay, so I got Max Rebo, Slice Noodles, Yowza. I got Dota. I got Griata.
Yep. So far you have 10 questions answered correctly.
Oh God,
so you've got 5 points.
I was gonna say I know there's so many. What's the freaking? I don't know if this, because I remember when I was looking into this a little bit, I feel like there was just so much information on their Max Rebo band that I was like, man, I'm not going to dive into this totally. Because it was like here, there's like, like 100 iterations of the Max Rebo band. And I was like, oh God, I just don't have time to get into this right now.
Yep.
And so was the name, was it like Droopy McCool? Is that a name?
Droopy McCool is absolutely one of them. A Kiddo Knack from Curdo 3.
And did Droopy have an instrument?
I will give you a hint that he did. And man, did he know how to work this thing. Something to behold. I got to see him live one time. Yeah.
So now you said character and instrument, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if I just give instruments, I get points because
but if you get one wrong, I'll subtract points.
Okay, but from what I recall, several members of the Max Rebo band played the same instruments that Figure and Dan's band
Well,
play.
Now that I think about this, though, you really got to be specific because kind of like I wouldn't give you a bunch of half points if you had guessed vocals as one. You really need to name a character.
Well, vocals, I feel like vocals is like a pass answer though. It's like it's not like saying, for example, the Slitherhorn, right? Like that right. You don't know what a Slitherhorn is unless you know Star Wars and you know the bands. Okay, anyone can say vocals for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Okay. So, I'll give you a half point if you can name the other instruments.
Because I believe several people in the Max Rebo band play the same instruments that Figure and Dan's band plays. And so I think somebody plays the clue horn. Does somebody play the clue horn?
Somebody does play the clue horn. Absolutely. So there's one. Okay.
And I want to say there's one more. Figure and Dan, they play the. Okay.
All right. He's actually doing pretty good so far.
Wait. Did I say Restall?
You did not. I was actually going to make fun of you if you didn't get that since you said that name earlier.
No, Restall. Restall is in the Max Rebo Band, right?
Absolutely, she is.
Okay. That's when I would have kicked myself over if I would have.
I know. I was totally ready to make fun of you for that. And
okay, Restall. Vocals?
Yeah, it's just vocals.
Okay. You know how I remember her? How I even know her name is that my kids have a Star Wars coloring book, like the color, like you'd have like the Star Wars 1 to 10 and the Star Wars colors, right. And the color pink is Restall has pink hair. That's the color. That's the color in the Star Wars color book. Right. And Restall is literally in there. Like she's the most obscure character in there by a mile because it's like Yoda is green, C-3PO is gold, Chewbacca's fur is brown, right? And then it's like Restall is pink, and my kids are like, "Who's Restall?"
But hey, it's paying dividends right now, man.
Oh man, I'm already so much further than I thought I was going to be.
No, you've done great. We got any more? So we're already at 128.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. I don't know if there's any more I can get.
All right. Why don't you try to take a look at the chat, see it? But remember, I will deduct points for an incorrect answer if you want to risk going with chat.
Yeah. Okay. So I see one here from Pop Sith. Akrev sounds familiar. That's a person. That's one. I'm going to say Akrev. Yes.
Akrev is absolutely a correct answer. That is one.
Pop Sith. Well done. I was going to say, okay. Yes, I recall that one. I remember seeing that one. I already had Droopy McCool. I had Dota. I had Griata. He also says Barquin Dan. Now there's a Bith in the band. I have to imagine. I'm just gonna guess it. Barquin Dan.
Barquin Dan he's the one who plays the clue horn.
He is the one who plays the clue horn. Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a Bith and he plays the clue horn. That makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Man.
Any other tries? Or are you tapping out?
Yeah, I think I have to tap out. I don't have any more.
Tapping out. So let's see here. You got 16 at 0.5. That gives you 8 total points. I mean, that's great.
I'll take the 8 out of 11. I will take that. Wow.
Yep, that is really good.
I can't even believe I got that many. Wow.
So let's see.
Pop Sith got me 2. Pop Sith got me 2 there. Well done, Pop Sith.
And so with that, you had minus 15 overall, giving you a total of 51 points. You still managed to round it to 50.
Okay. Wow.
So that ended up being a terrific round for you. I mean, that was a huge save there. The half point on the one with Warwick ended up proving huge for you to keep you above the 50s. So it ended up being just a massive round. One save from the chat. So, I mean, like this was a round, I felt like it was sand save after sand save. And you know what? You pulled out an exceptional round. Well done, buddy. Really good.
Yeah, I was definitely missing the fairway, but I was scrambling for pars today. And it's just one of those days where, you're
making putts. You're sinking putts.
Tough questions. I was making putts. I was getting up and down. But good questions. But definitely good questions. In the one, the Sector 12, Sector 47, like I honestly don't know what happened in my brain.
Yeah, I don't know what glitch in the matrix there.
I don't know what I crossed there. I don't know what happened. I knew that.
And then like something flipped in your head or something. Yeah.
Something flipped, something happened, and then I was just convinced it was 12, and I like never double checked it. And so Yep, that one's just one that is going to cost me years down the road, as I already said. I know it's going to come back and bite me. But.
And the ones that you missed, Justin, Umpus Stay, who's a Klatooinian from Klatooine. He plays the drums. Akrev, who you mentioned, Popsith helped you with that one, also played drums. So there was 2 drummers in the band.
2 drummers in Max Rebo.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you missed Lin Mi, a Twi'lek from Ryloth, who was also on vocals. So you had Ryloth, and Lin Mi and Grieta all together, remember the 3 kind of backup singers.
Yes. Yep.
So you missed Lin Mi. And then the other one, this is one I'm actually surprised you missed, Rappertoony. It's like the Shwada the kind of frog looking thing that's playing this thing, looks like a harmonica.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's called a Growdy Harmonique is what he's playing.
That's right. I remember
and that's one I'm surprised you missed, because that's one, you should
see it and be like, I gotta know
I gotta know who that dude is. Like, what's that guy all about?
The frog playing the harmonica. I gotta know that. Yeah,
exactly.
Jeez.
All right. And with that, that's it. We are done. You had a great round. You ended in the 50s. Absolutely exceptional. That was a fun one. And that brings us to our last segment of the day, of course.
It does. Well, hey, 51, I'll take it. By the way, everybody who's watching this, whether you're watching live or you're watching on the replay, go down in the comments, the regular comments, tally your scores, play along with us, and let us know how you did. If you got more than 51, I will assume that you are a liar, or that you obviously worked on the production of The Last Jedi, or you're Pablo Hidalgo. That's pretty much the only way that you got more than 51 here. But,
right.
Yeah.
All right. Still, definitely great way to encourage people to comment in the chat, Justin. Well done as always.
Yes. I used to be in sales. Isn't that hard to do?
Yeah. He was.
I was not very good at sales.
I'm going to say there's a reason he said used to be. All right. And with that,
we move on to our final segment of the night, of course, which is Tyler's signature sign-off. For those of you that have never jumped on with us before, people who don't even like Star Wars, who don't even love Star Wars trivia, jump on just to watch Tyler's signature sign-off. And Tyler, what do you have in store for us tonight?
Well, Justin, a few weeks ago, we had decided that we were going to test Justin's Force abilities. And so what we did is I bought a Marksman Age Combat remote, and we had him try to block a few blasts. And let's just say it didn't go well. Check the previous streams if you want to see that one. But Justin, today is your day for redemption, my friend.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, well, so we're going to have another chance.
What are we going to do?
Well, this week I did install a trapdoor under your chair.
You installed a trapdoor under my chair. Why would you install a trapdoor under my chair?
Well, you'll see, buddy. And good luck, my friend.
What are you talking about? Oh, shit. Is that a Rancor? Let's just be civil about this. Look, Luke Skywalker.
What was that? I threw him into a Rancor pit. I'm thinking this is his opportunity. He's going to show off his Force skills. He didn't even do anything. He didn't even try to grab a bone. Has he even seen the movie? You put bones in their mouth. You throw skulls at stuff. He just tried to look over there and then just got eaten immediately. Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe next week, good try, Justin. He can't hear this. He's dead. But, the clone of Justin next week is going to have another opportunity. We'll see how that one goes. Good night, everybody.